the solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for June the 10th through June the 16th. And on Sunday the 16th, it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. A particular mention to my son, Aidan. What a lovely dad you are. I'm so proud of you. And listen, I want to say thank you to everyone who commented, liked, shared, and I want to thank all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new, I hope that you enjoy these readings and that you will return. And if you're returning, I really appreciate your love and support of this channel. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And these are general readings, like I said. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't assume that everything I say here is applicable to you. If you would like a personal reading and a more in-depth reading, the link to my website is below and you can check that out and see all the readings and the services that I offer. Another way that you can support my channel, FYI, is through Patreon, and you can do that for as little as $1 a month. That's not a lot to you. It's $12 a year. It's not a lot to you, but it's huge to me. I can do a lot with $1, or just a one-off donation. That would be really helpful too. Anyway, check out the Patreon page. I post things there that I don't post anywhere else. Sometimes I post things there first and then release it elsewhere. Anyway, I also have a Facebook group, guys, and it's a private Facebook group, and I do live feeds there every 2 weeks. I do horoscopes for people that attend the live feed, and I also have my cards on hand for any questions. Now, these readings are in 3 sections. There is the intro, which is this. There is the astrology report for the week, and then the tarot card reading. So if you're checking out your sun, moon and rising, all the links will be below. There will also be timestamps of where you can skip the intro and astrology if you're checking out the readings, multiple readings. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading. Now, on Monday, June the 10th, at 11:28 AM, the sun is in a very challenging aspect to Jupiter. Now, this aspect may have you overly optimistic, and you may have some errors in judgment. You could be extravagant with money, and you could expand your waistline also. It's just an energy that can overdo things. Now, take care not to have unrealistic expectations from those around you, colleagues, employees, employers, friends, family members. And your ego may want to come out and play. If not you, those around you could exhibit arrogance or egocentric behaviors. Have a forgiving heart for yourself and for others. Now, on Wednesday, June the 12th, from 11:15 AM to 3:16 PM, the moon is what we say in astrology, void of course. That means it's kind of stuck between 2 signs. It's not moving. It's kind of floating there. And that means it's kind of like Mercury in retrograde. I would avoid purchasing anything, particularly large items. You could get buyer's remorse. Now, also, don't sign any contracts because things could be missed during this time. Now, on Friday, the 14th, at 2:12 AM, Mars is in a beautiful relationship to Neptune. Now, this aspect enhances your intuition and psychic abilities, so trust your gut feeling. And there's a nice balance between creativity and practicality. It's like you'll have magnetism and charisma attracting people to you, and Mars will give you the energy to carry out a creative project to completion. You know, just in time for the upcoming full moon in Sagittarius on Monday the 17th. So take I would just say take care not to be too self-sacrificing during this time. Also, a little bit later on in the morning, 11:49 AM Eastern Standard Time, Mars is kind of in a seesaw relationship with Saturn. So Mars is the soldier, right? And Saturn, the grumpy old man. There may be a tendency to be a little cruel, impatient, and perhaps manipulating. It's an energy where you find yourself or others lashing out in cruel and not very nice ways, and your self-esteem could fluctuate on this day. So there's definitely a mix of energies there on Friday. Now on Sunday, the 16th, Mercury is in a beautiful relationship to Neptune. It's kind of doing what Mars has done, but now it's Neptune, right, is moving into those kind of same energies. It's 4:43 AM Eastern Standard Time. A wonderful imaginative mind with the ability to smoothly communicate and brilliant concepts which could inspire you and others. It kind of gives you this a visionary outlook, if you will, and it's like you'll become this engaging storyteller, so you will grab people's attention. This aspect will benefit you immensely if you are a writer, a creative writer, a journalist, or if you're in the visual arts. Now the same day, Mercury, a bit later on at 7 AM, a few hours later, is in that opposition, that challenging kind of seesaw relationship with Saturn. So the thing with this is your mind will be extremely sharp, right? And it's almost like you could handle a very difficult subject. Your concentration powers will be very strong. With Mercury opposing Saturn, you've got that, what's the word? Saturn's like the teacher, the strict teacher, and he's structure and form. And Mercury's the mind that can wander, right? But he will keep it in kind of check. So, you can tackle a very difficult subject that you couldn't get your head around before. You may be able to do that now. So, use that energy. And then at 8:18, just a little bit over an hour later, Jupiter moves into a challenging relationship to Neptune. It kind of gives you the urge to help others. And it's like, you'll have this wonderful kindness and compassion, and altruism could take center stage. You just have to be careful not to kind of lose yourself in it and, help people at the expense of yourself. So it's kind of, it's almost like unrealistic expectations of yourself, if you will. So don't self-sacrifice. Be aware of that. Okay, let's go to your cards, shall we? Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your reading, or your tarot card section of your reading, for June the 10th to June the 17th. Oh, I've already shuffled these. What wonderful guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces for this coming week? Pisces. 3 cards for Pisces, please. 3 cards for Pisces. What wonderful blessings, guidance, and helpful information. There's 1. 2 more cards for Pisces, please. 2 more cards for Pisces. 2 more cards for Pisces. What wonderful blessings, guidance. Whoa, there's 1. Lovely. 1 more card. Oh, there you go. Lovely. Okay, and here are your clarifying cards. Clarifying cards for Pisces. One last shuffle for Pisces. Okay. I need to do that one more time, sorry. One more time for Pisces. Okay. Okay, these are Pisces clarifying cards. Okay, please clarify. Clarify for Pisces. There's one. Please clarify. Oh, there's two. Oh my goodness, I saw this happening. I saw that card. Please clarify. Oh gosh, you've got a lot of cards that came through for you. Pisces, there's a lot going on for you this week. Oh, interesting. The first card out for you is the Temperance card. Clarifying the Temperance card is the Ace of Cups. Then you've got the Ace of Cups yet again. And clarifying that is the Tower and the Five of Pentacles. And then you have the Strength card. Clarifying the Strength card is the Swords and the Page of Cups. Okay, oh, my nose is going 10 to the dozen. Spirit is here. Okay, so your first card is the Temperance card. So the Temperance is very straightforward. It's, you know, and I think that's got a lot to do with Jupiter. It's the mantra for the Temperance card is everything in moderation. That's all, and that means eating, it means drinking, it means, you know, working, it means, you know, celebrating everything. It's about finding the middle ground. It's not cutting anything out. It's not about cutting anything out, but it's about being able to moderate everything in every area of your life. And look, clarifying it is the Ace of Cups. So there's a wonderful gift here, right? My cup floweth over. This is an emotional experience, so you want to really, it's an emotional week for you. It's definitely going to be kind of on the edge, and you need to really curb and discipline yourself into not overdoing anything, because emotions may push you in that direction. Now, you have, the next card is, you know, the Ace of Water 2, the Ace of Cups. But in this deck, it's all about the third eye. It's all about intuition and psychic ability. This is the gift of intuition and psychic ability. Now, clarifying this is the Tower. You have two cards. The Tower means change is coming. Now, change could be, you know, look, you're leaving school and getting your first job. It's like you're going on to the next phase of your life. It could be that you're moving into your own apartment from your parents' apartment. It can be that. It can be changing jobs. It can be leaving the old behind and moving forward. That something has to go, and something will be taken away for you to kind of don't let it go. Now, the Tower is not a great feeling card sometimes. I'm not going to lie, it's not. It indicates major change, but it indicates kind of external change, right? So something is happening that's changing your life in some way. And you're feeling, this feeling of the Tower is making you feel really deprived. So you may have lost a job. You may lose a job, or you may have lost an apartment. Something, you know, it could be, you know, I mean, it can be something like your car was repoed, something, you know, this is something that has to go. It's going to work out for you. And it's all, look, when the Tower comes in, it feels terrible, but it's always for the best. Something more amazing will replace it, right? Change is inevitable. Look, it always reminds me of Uranus, because it's about, you know, it's about thunder and lightning and sudden happenings and something, you know, it's about something being destroyed. But out of that, out of the ashes, the phoenix rises, right? So this is not, you know, it's not going to feel It's not going to feel good, but you are going to know that this is, you know what needs to go. This is the thing, Pisces. The suffering and the pain comes from hanging on to stuff that no longer works for us. And then it feels like it's ripped out of your hands, right? So, because that's what happens. The tower is something that needs to go, and you know it needs to go. If you can embrace this change, you won't suffer. But whatever this change is making you feel deprived. It's making you feel you've lost something, and you have, but it's going to be replaced. Look, the next card is the Strength card, and this is as I said, this is an emotional time for you, and when the Strength comes in, it's saying your strength is in kindness and compassion. So no matter what comes down the pipe, and you're a very kind and compassionate person. You are. That's your nature, Pisces. You're kind and compassionate. You are being asked, through all this stress and all this change that could happen this week, you are being asked to discipline your emotions, right? Temper your emotions, temperance, self-discipline. Because you're going to get through this. Lashing out or being angry or, you know, being an emotional wreck is not going to help you. You're going to get through this by being compassionate and kind and accepting the change. You know, change is hard to accept sometimes. Oof, Spirit is here. Now, clarifying the Strength card, right? You have the Three of Swords and you have the Page of Cups. The Three of Swords is pain, but it's a pain that was installed many, many years ago, and situations and people bring this pain to the surface, right? I feel that this is kind of a time to let go of this. This is time for you to move forward, and what you've got, the Page of Cups here. This is like you're ready to move on to the next phase of your life emotionally. I feel that you're going to find this strength within. Do not ignore the Three of Swords, but also don't wallow in it. You know, look, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. This is a suffering card. This is something that comes back to us intellectually, and it's a thought that keeps coming back to us, and then we embody it. Right? And then we really feel the emotions of it. So we feel that pain. The thing is sometimes we play with it in our head and it manifests in our body and makes us ill. It's that kind of thing. What you really need to do is take this pain into your heart. Feel it. Recognize it. Recognize the roots of this pain. Connect the dots and release it, because only then will you be ready to move on to the next phase of your life. And you're ready. You just have to do this little thing here. Be kind and compassionate to those around you and yourself. It's important to show yourself compassion, right? No, look, we as humans don't like change. We don't. We resist it. And it's the resistance that causes more pain. Right, and to stay in that pain. This time you're being asked to let this go, and it may not be gone forever, but guess what? It's gone for now. It's feeling it, releasing it. It's not working for you. What I'm getting is change the storyline, right? Sometimes we live by a story. We connect with it. I am, you know, I feel, I was hurt. We connect with that. So sometimes in our life, it comes a time when we need to change that storyline. Change what we identify with. You know, move forward, renewed and different. We need to let go of the old us and move forward, you know, into our strength. Your strength. Move into your power and your strength, Pisces. Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it, you know, on your social media or with friends and family. That really helps me. Comment. I answer every comment and I welcome feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all and I'll see you next week.